Now we want to get more on the breaking news about Diprivan found inside Michael Jackson's home. Now, this anesthetic is widely used inside operating rooms. It's not usual at all to find it in someone's home. Could this be a clue into what killed the king of pop? NBC News chief science correspondent Robert Bazell joins me now on the phone. And Robert, first tell us a little bit about Diprivan.
Hello, Chris. Diprivan is a very common anesthesia that's used for multiple surgeries, both inside and outside the hospital. It's the main drug that's used nowadays to keep people in the unconscious state that's necessary for surgery or any other procedures. And people who are coming out of it, and in smaller doses, presumably it can make people high. But I have never heard of it being a street drug before. Not that I'm an expert on what's a street drug, but it's not one of the drugs that gets sold widely, and it's not something you can buy in a drugstore. It's only for use as an anesthetic or for an anesthesia procedure. So it's highly unusual that somebody would have this in their home. Chris?
Yeah, we talked to an anesthesiologist a little earlier, Bob, and in fact, he said this is not something you could ever get at a pharmacy. So that gives us an indication of just how highly controlled this is. There is also no indication, is there, that it should be used in any circumstance as a sleep aid, because as I'm sure you know, a nurse said that Jackson pleaded with her to give him Diprivan because he said he had a sleep problem. He couldn't get any sleep.
Well, he may have had a sleep problem, but there's a lot of other sleep medications on the market that are not potentially life-threatening like this is, because this is a drug that is well known to have the risk of stopping respiration if it's not used by a trained anesthesiologist. So as a result, it would not be something that you would use to just go to sleep, because there would be a good chance you couldn't wake up again. You wouldn't wake up again if you took a dose that was too high or not in a controlled manner that anesthesiologists use it.
How, Bob, are these things tracked? I mean, obviously, any kind of controlled substance and with highly specialized computer programs now, they should be able to do a lot of tracking fairly quickly, you would think?
I would think so, but since this is not a widely used drug of abuse, I don't think there's been a lot of effort put into tracking it. I'm sure that hospitals get their shipments and there are lots and that sort of thing. But it's very easy to make something disappear from a hospital if you have somebody in there who's going to steal it. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but that would be one scenario under which you could get it. Almost anything that's in a hospital could disappear from a hospital fairly easily.
All right, Robert Bazell, thanks very much for taking the time to talk with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.